Hey guys, it's a voiceover day. I took all this video and I've sped it up 2 times speed, so I was also not in a... There's a lot of like crazy wind coming in weird directions. Technically I'm doing a headwind right now, but with buildings and bridges and tree corridors, sometimes the wind can come from different directions, but it wasn't too bad. It's also not super cold. I am wearing a tank top in this. I did get a mild sunburn. Yes, the lights are blinking if you can see that. The bridge is up. I checked before I left because I'm like, oh, the bridge goes up at 0:00 and it's like, it was 05 when I left the apartment. And I was like, okay, well, it's still up, but a lot of boats went through, and I feel bad because by the time this thing went back down, it was going to go up in 7 minutes. And I was like, this is so bad. but anyways, so that goes leopard print lady. She was talking so loud on her earpieces. Print, cheetah print, I don't know. In front of this bus, when I turn to the left, if you want to pause real fast, there's a 3-masted ship, probably a party boat. What are we waiting for? you can see, because I checked my here. Probably the boat wasn't too long. Not a fast boat per se, so they took a while to get through the bridge area, but we're all heading through now. I'm on my way to Bovenhet-I, Winkelcentrum Bovenhet-I, and so that's, because I need to go to Decathlon and pick up protein powder. My new strength regimen has caused me to be taking them a lot more. But yeah, I was actually very introspective during this bike ride because I had no music. I had I wasn't dancing or anything. I was just thinking, it's one of those, I guess this is the close to meditation I can do, is when everything is autopilot, except for after a little bit here, I wound up backtracking if you follow on a compass. Because there's a section of road that I would have taken that is closed, and so I was like, no, I'll just detour. And I wound up detouring, not in anyways. You don't know, if you know Nord, you know. Anyways. But yeah, so I'm on the, like I said, it's on the chest mount, so I'm shaking a lot more than normally would, but I thought I was going to be heading through Schellingboude to get, and that's a lot more of a bumpier road. So, it would have been interesting. I have physio tomorrow, so that's interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the bike in on that or not, depending on more or less rainy weather. But yeah, I'm yawning because sometimes that happens after bike rides. And so, like I said, I was getting relatively introspective because I kind of rode this path before numerous times. And it's like, okay, my directions are on autopilot. Even getting mildly lost, my directions are still on autopilot, and I had no music blasting in my ear. So, this, that, and the other thing. But I walked around inside Decathlon for a while looking for maybe something else. But I didn't find anything, just got protein powder and left. Did a little bit of Pokemon stuff while I was up there, but again, still didn't really do anything. But I've noticed that a lot recently some videos have been thumbs down for no reason. And I know that they're dealing with like expat or living abroad stuff, and maybe it's because I trash America. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, this is where I turned, and I didn't take the thing to Shalagauda on the bad road. So as you can see, it's time to update the sidewalks here in Nord, apparently. So anyways, yeah. And maybe it's just the fact that I'm away from the team and dealing a lot with just me living in the Netherlands, or, you know, the whole anniversary thing. But like, as I was telling my therapist, and I was telling Aaron that there's like even Aaron agrees that like I had to live in the United States with a bit of a shell around me. But here, like there's the I'm in a new place shell, but once that wore down, I realized I didn't have to keep my shell up anymore. So I was able to relax. And that happened during Corona. And that's weird, you know, that because the times it took. So like, but I've noticed that people that move here probably didn't have a shell in the States, but then move here and keep themselves in their little bubble. And it's weird to see how, and I understand that people are different and they learn things differently and at different speeds. I'm definitely one of those people. But there just seems to be a lot of people that move abroad that don't put in a lot of effort because they've never had to put in a lot of effort in their life. And they see what happens when someone like me does put in effort towards something, and I make phenomenal progress. And they're like, oh, I'm so inspired. You've made such good progress. I wish I could be just like you. And I'm like, because you don't want to do anything. You just absorb the world. And is that a stress-free life? According to them, it's not a stress-free life. By the way, I think I'm actually riding in traffic here. I was kind of afraid this bus was going to pull out on me, but found the bike lane. So here we are at Winkelcentrum Iber, Bovenhedai, sorry, and there's a transition to the pathway home. I wound up riding around, dinking around doing a bunch of Pokemon stuff, getting new Pokestops and stuff, but this is still riding home. Camera survived. So I just, like I was bringing up about the accent and stuff, that certain things just never clicks with people. And it always feels bad because I see the Americans living abroad and I see how the Dutch / Europeans, because I've talked to Swedes and Germans and Dutch and one Czech guy and all the various things. I don't really I didn't talk with those guys very much for Finland, but it's still, I've talked with various people and their perceptions of Americans living here, and I hear and I do, and I understand like the negative ideas, and I try not to embody those things, but hearing it from them, I then see it out there. And I'm like, you know, and I've had people say, oh yeah, don't worry now, Theo, you're Dutch. I'm like, it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like I've decoupled from being American. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm heading the right way home. Oh, I realize where I am, and that there's no bike lane, so boom, up on the sidewalk, and now I'm just riding down a whole ass sidewalk. But, anyways, I'll get back on the pathway, heading to home. Like, I know at this point where I am, so we're doing good. And so, and sometimes I don't know how to switch and differentiate between people being quote-unquote expat abroad, American expat abroad, or American abroad, or whatever hashtag term they want to be using, or if that's just their personality. Because while I do understand that personalities are relatively, you know, the people are like, oh, I have a different personality than them, but they're still basic ideas. I don't know. I'm just having trouble differentiating. And I do see a lot of things about people that are just basic and unaware. And part of the issue is, on TikTok recently, it asked me what languages I understand. And I put in Dutch because it qualifies in terms of how Americans understand languages. And so I clicked that, and now it's showing me a lot of like Americans comparing living here versus in the United States of various locations. And I was like, y'all think you're so special. Y'all think that you have the unique experience, but if you watch 12 of those videos, they're all the same. They all bring up the same things. It's just like, and this isn't like every TV show that's currently on does a Halloween themed episode. This is like the list. It's like everybody read a BuzzFeed list of the pros and cons of living in the Netherlands and changed out an adjective to make it uniquely theirs. And I'm just like, is this an in your own words essay and you guys are doing minimum effort content? And that's what it is. The reason why, you know, my minimum effort content on TikTok is very, very obvious, because I put a lot more effort into this stuff. Actually physically going places, riding a bike, getting down and editing and whatnot, dealing with sunburns. And part of I'm just getting tired of the social media of Americans abroad, because it just doesn't change much. They just, you know, and I do follow the people that put out different content than the rinse and repeat BuzzFeed articles. But the fact that I can reference BuzzFeed articles tells you something about how, you know, people think, oh, I'm interesting. You're not. You're not interesting. You're not special. But you're told you are. And that's part of the thing about the Netherlands that I've noticed as being one who is clinically different in the United States. I have a diagnosis for it. Is that everyone can be different. Yeah, I flipped them off. I hate those bikes. But yeah, they think that it's just yeah, sorry, spaced out there for a second. that the Dutch culture has this hyper adherence to being bland and normal. At least their government does. They want to maintain homogeneity. And after a fashion, they do have the concept of, doe maar gewoon. And that's basically the idea, and I've explained this before. And so you've got a bunch of Americans living abroad that come here and are trying to be unique, and they aren't digesting doe maar gewoon, and that they're already weird enough as is, they don't need to play it up. And I do understand that some people take the statement as, just blend in with everyone else, there's no need to act out. But I take it, and more of a more recent thing is that it's, you don't need to trump up, you don't need to expand how weird you are. You are special enough as is. And I've digested that to the point of I don't need to act out, I just need to be me and do what I do. Because that's what keeps people around. That's what keeps people within my orbit. And that's the impressions that I get from living here. And that's the end of the ride.